This episode of the Bill and Callie Show is brought to you by Tiger Plumbing. Whether you need to replace a faucet, overhaul your sump pump, or desludge your drains, call Tiger Plumbing. In today's world, knowing who's at your door is important. Tiger Plumbing sends you your technician's photo, estimated time of arrival, and a little bit about him or her. Hey, Sam likes fishing and camping. Cool.
Hello, we're coming to you from the Buns Care Central in gorgeous Griffith, Indiana, just down 45th Avenue from the beautiful
Highland, Indiana.
Town of Highland, Indiana. So now we've got all the beautiful and gorgeousness out of the way.
Well, we're actually across the street from Highland, really, too.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Highland's just across the street, so.
Well, yeah. Well, before we lose what we've came here to talk about.
That's true.
We're here to talk about their upcoming shoe drive, which starts on Giving Tuesday next week, December 3rd. And so with us today, we have Janice Malchow and Michelle Aurelio. Not related to the Aurelio's pizza, though, right?
Well, maybe. We don't know.
Right.
We don't know.
We're not sure.
Very distant.
Oh, I thought we were going to get free pizza.
I know. We thought, but...
Well, why don't you ladies tell us about the shoe drive that starts next Tuesday, and tell us where, what type of shoes that you're asking for to be donated, and how long the shoe drive lasts, and
where they can take them.
Where we can take them.
Okay, great. We're very excited for the kids shoe drive to be starting. This is the 4th annual shoe drive. And since we've been doing the shoe drive, we've been able to collect over 1,200 pairs of new shoes for kids.
That's great.
So this year we're hoping it to be the best one we've had yet. And yes, as you said, it starts next Tuesday. That's December 3rd, and it will run through the following Monday, the 9th. And they can drop off to 24 different locations around Lake County. So we have a list that you're going to be sharing.
We'll be putting it up.
And we can also, you can get it at our website at bunscare.org and under the event section.
Great. And so let's talk a bit about when
and
you
are
get
there
the
size things, like only certain sizes, or only tennis shoes, or women's, children's, men's? What are we looking for?
No, actually, we're very flexible about that. We will take any size, and I would say probably for the younger children, the tennis shoes would be a preference because that's kind of cool these days.
Right.
Actually, it's always been cool, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, it has. But they're flexible, but they do need to be new shoes because we don't have the capabilities of sanitizing any used shoes. Not that we don't value used shoes, but we just can't put them on the market. What we're doing this year, which is something different for us, is we're partnering with the St. John Township Trustee's Office, and they have approximately 123 individuals that will be receiving gifts, and so we will be adding to that gift donation from the Trustee's Office. Also, we will be more than likely with enough shoes that we can give to Campagna, which is a former boys' school in Schererville, which is just a phenomenal facility.
We love them there.
Oh yeah, they do great work. It's tough, and they do great work. Also, last year they partnered with the Hammond Trustee's Office. So a lot of it depends on what we receive in and how much we're able to give out. I really want to give a big shout out to Lake Central School Corporation because they have established an important partnership with Buns Care in the fact that they are collecting schools at the high school site, collecting shoes at the high school site.
That's lovely.
And that is being managed by our Interact Club, part of Rotary, and also with our Family and Consumer Science Department.
Nice.
So it really is all about community outreach and giving back to the community. So I did want to give a shout out to Lake Central for coming on board with that.
Good job.
Yeah,
Even though in high school you were our arch enemies as far as band, but it's okay, we still love you.
Yeah, and although we'll put the list up, I just want to say that there are going to be 6 STRACK and Van Til locations that are included in the drop-off. Munster, Cedar Lake, Hobart on 37th Avenue, Merrillville, and 2 in Crown Point on Franciscan and Broadway. So those are just some of the STRACks that are going to be available for the drop-offs. And then, of course, we'll be putting up a list. Lake Central is going to be included in that list, and so on. So why don't you talk about how Buns Care started and its history?
Well, it's kind of an interesting history. This is back in the 60s, and there was a group of guys, and they were boys under 19.
Oh, boy.
B-U-N, get it?
Yeah.
And they were from Highland, and so they just all got together and were kind of mischievous.
No.
Yeah.
No.
They were
Boys
mean.
under 19
boys.
who were mischievous?
Yes, they were. And so they kind of formed this little group, and they liked to be mischievous. Well, as they got older, they graduated from high school, they moved away, they became successful businessmen, and they thought, we need to give back to our community. And that was the beginning of Buns, and they continued with the name B-U-N-S, so that they would have an identification label.
I love that.
Isn't that cool?
It is cool.
So some of them live in Florida, some are in Texas, some are in New Hampshire right now, but they still come back and they give to the community, which is awesome.
So that's great. That's amazing, how this got started. So some rabble-rousers back in the 60s. And I noticed that one of the icons that they used lately is a hippie. Were they hippies?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, probably. I remember Highland in the 60s.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I remember my sister
I was
back
just
in
a
the
wee
60s.
child, but I
Holy
remember
moly.
it.
Yeah, so that's amazing. So again, there's going to be 24 locations.
Right.
And we'll put that up on the website. If anyone needs to contact you, have any questions, where can they do that? Do you want them just go to your website, or is there a number they could call?
I think going to the website would be the easiest to
Yeah.
do, and
And can contact us that way.
Right, and that's www.bunscare.org. And again, we'll put a link up on our website.
Absolutely.
And boy, that's,
isn't that cool?
yeah.
But can I tell you one more thing that
Go
they
right
do?
ahead.
Of course.
I mean, this is so outstanding because we have several educators that are on our committees with Buns Care. And so what they've started is a sisterhood chapter, and what the sisterhood chapter does is it earns money through recycling of ink cartridges from the computers and our printers, and that money goes, or those products go to a factory, they're refilled or whatever they do with them, and then we receive a check. And then with our check that we receive from the recycling, we buy the kits. And Michelle, do you want to tell them more about the kits?
Yeah.
Sure. So the
One of our stagehands is.
Yeah, that's
Here's
right.
yeah. So
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
for
refer to you
parents
as a
that
stagehand.
can't afford traditional preschool, we provide these preschool kits that the parents can come into our office on a Thursday and pick up, and they work with their children at home so that they can be prepared for kindergarten.
Oh,
And it has
what a
everything
great
they need
idea.
for learning their numbers, their letters, their
That's
colors, their
Shapes,
shapes.
colors,
Yeah.
wow.
And the ones we've given out so far, the parents have been really happy with working with the kids. And we're also going to be starting. We're hoping to do a little group that meets. Maybe the parents can share different tips on working with their kids. And it's been really successful with that too.
Man, that's one of the things I read about, that this is really in the giving and all the donations, you're trying to target that early school age, preschool age
Yes.
child. So, and this is just perfect for that because it gets them on their early
Yeah.
learning skills.
Right.
And in our
So-
office here in Griffith, we're open every Thursday from 10:30 to 12:30, and that's when we let the parents know. Any of them that have contacted us can come in during that time, and we share with them the kit, how to work with the kids with it. And they also can get one of our free books that we have, the Sharon book outside there too.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Actually, Kelly's probably thinking I could use this.
Yeah, pretty much.
The other thing that's really cool about the kits and all that happens is there is that follow-up group, and there is a phone call that's made to the parents to say, are you having any problems? Can we
Oh,
help
wow,
you in
that's
any way?
wonderful.
And that's where the educators that are in committee become so valuable, because they have all sorts of strategies up their sleeves. And of course, any of our experienced parents have a lot of strategies too. So we share it together We collaborate because it's not easy being a parent, as we all know. Of course. It has some challenges.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. And I also wanted to let you know that the Buns Care has been giving scholarships to
I was gonna ask you about the scholarship.
Yes. And what's really cool about it is it's not necessarily a high achiever, but it's a student who has got average grades, shows initiative, shows commitment, shows all those life skills that we need to survive in the real world out there. And I believe last year our scholarship at Lake Central went to a young man who is a Boilermaker. Not a Purdue Boilermaker, but the other kind of
Boilermaker.
Yes.
Oh, a Boilermaker. Okay. All right. Well,
With the craft union of a Boilermaker.
Okay.
That's wonderful.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
that's amazing. So, yeah, it sounds like Buns Care really is caring about the community and wanting to give back. So they must have been really a bunch of rabble-rousers. So they're saying, we better put our community back together after what we did.
After everything we put them through, let's do something nice for
Believe
them.
me, guys, if you're listening out there, yeah, it wasn't much better. I'm still trying to make amends to Merrillville for what I did. So, is there anything else you want to share with us?
Our big fundraiser, besides the recycling, is in August. And it's
okay.
where we take the entire bowling alley at Dyer, Starbus, what is it called? Stardust Lanes.
Yeah.
We
Yes.
take the entire bowling alley. And we have a theme, and we bowl, and we do raffles, and just all sorts of fun things.
Yeah.
And that's actually where I think I heard of Buns Care first, that event. Because I remember whoever was putting posts out there always had a
Ray.
picture of someone bowling.
Ray,
Yep.
Ray Dutch
Yeah, he does
So-
that.
was, yeah.
Yeah, so
He's
that,
good at that.
Yeah, he is.
Very
so
good.
that's great. So we're looking forward to maybe promoting that as we get closer.
Absolutely.
So we'll be more than
That'd be
happy
great.
to.
Awesome.
So,
All right.
well, is that it?
Yeah.
With
think
that,
Excellent.
well, with
We'll
that,
be putting all the information up there for all of you out there so that you know how to contact them, what it is that they need, where you can drop the shoes off, and how to get in touch with them if you have any other questions, or if you want to help donate or do anything else, you know how. So Highland Kids, this was started by a bunch of Highland dudes. You know, come on, let's get out there. All my Highland peeps, let's
There you go.
donate a lot of stuff to these people.
There you go.
exactly, it'd be a great cause.
Give back.
Give some shoes. Give some shoes.
Give some shoes
So
or
with
money or
that,
anything
we
else.
wish you a very happy Thanksgiving and a very safe weekend if you're
Absolutely.
spending it with family. And we'll say goodbye for now.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
This episode of The Bill and Callie Show is brought to you by Tiger Plumbing. Whether you need to replace a faucet, overhaul your sump pump, or desludge your drains, call Tiger Plumbing. In today's world, knowing who's at your door is important. Tiger Plumbing sends you your technician's photo, estimated time of arrival, and a little bit about him or her. Hey, Sam likes fishing and camping. Cool.